Coming up next on the Jeff Crilley Show, we're all going to learn how to become forever young with the great Patti Frenette. She's the author of Sorpresa. You're going to hear her incredible journey just ahead.
Many are predicting that the worst is yet to come, which is unfortunate, said one person here. Until now, they've enjoyed the reputation of being the nation's icebox.
Watched a burglar in his home this morning by webcam.
As a journalist of over 25 years, stories are what make my world turn.
Reporting live from the Dallas newsroom tonight, Jeff Crilley, Fox 4 News.
But in 2008, I took the jump from my familiar life and started a PR firm from my home.
We're talking about anyone with a camcorder like the one I'm using becomes a television network.
We started slowly growing the company, and we now have over 100 clients, and we've branched into the world of live digital broadcasting. I now own 8 different TV studios and have a huge team, and the stories that I now get to share are sometimes the most important of my life. Life has a funny way of coming around full circle. This is the Jeff Crilley Show.
Well, age truly is a state of mind. We all know people in their 20s and 30s who act like they're in their 80s, and every once in a while you meet somebody in their 80s who act like they're in their 20s and 30s, and that describes my next guest. The great Patti Frenette is in the studio. She's the author of the best-selling book, Sorpresa. Thanks for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm so excited.
Well, I knew when I started preparing this show this morning that I would love you because you are forever young, and that's kind of my goal for myself is you know, we don't, it's a choice whether you grow old.
Absolutely. Every day it's a choice. You wake up.
Yes.
It's true. If you're going to be old that day or if you're going to live your life and not be old. And I've chosen over these years to live my life every single day.
I love that. We're going to put up the cover of your best-selling book, Sorpresa, and it's Spanish for surprise.
True.
So tell us the origin of the book.
It's my life. It's my story. It's a tapestry of what I've lived. And when I would meet new people, they would say, oh, my God, you need to write a book because I had done so much in my life. And so I would buy journals and I'd sit down periodically and start writing my book. Well, I am dyslexic. I can't spell. Grammar, it doesn't work. So I would put that journal away and keep on going. And then finally, when I was starting to turn 80, I met a gentleman that is a ghostwriter and an editor. Mm-hmm. And so Keith was so kind, and I said to him, I want to write my book. Mm-hmm. And I said, I know everybody says they have a story. And he said, that's true. So tell me a couple bullet points. So I did. Because I've lived a big life, I check a lot of social boxes. Mm. I don't mean it to sound Pollyanna,
sure,
because the stories were sad, they were happy, but it was my life. Everything I've written is the truth about me and the journey I've taken in life. And he said, okay, after I gave him a couple bullet points. So I can share those bullet points.
Please.
Well, one of them, I started with my mom, my mammal. My beloved mother died at my 60th birthday party. That is a true sentence. On the dance floor, dancing to the YMCA. Wow. We ended up calling it her going away party, but I was so blessed that she was with us and her whole family that night. So that was bullet point number 1. I have a multiracial family. I have a beautiful, beautiful grandson that is multiracial, and lived in Texas when that happened, and one New York, one Paris, so there was some adjustment to that.
Sure.
But blessings come disguised, and he is a blessing to our family, to my growth in my world. And then I lost my father when I was 5 years old. Would come pick me up every single day, and I'm still waiting for my daddy to come home. I'm 82 years old. I get it. He was killed in a car accident. He couldn't come home. But I'm still waiting. That is powerful throughout my life. That little girl and I have taken the journey together.
Amen.
So,
well, I want to talk about the full name of the book.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sorpresa, a not-so-famous story of life and sex at 80. So it struck me that you used the word sex. So tell us about that part of the book, or why you decided to put that in the book.
I decided to put it in the book because it's a very important part of this age at 80 years old. First of all, women listen to me. Do not ever think your life is over with. I had been single for 27 years. When I say single, I mean single. Did not date. I had been married for 2 marriages, one a minute and a half, and had a beautiful daughter. And then my second one was for 30 years, but that ended in divorce. So 27 years, I was solo. I was good. I had a career. I traveled the world. I had family, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. So I was solid. I didn't want a man or a dog because at 6 o'clock they wanted food and water. I was not interested. No more food and water. I'd cooked enough meals in my life. And then I met a cowboy. They can sweep you off your feet. Yeah, they're good. They're bad boys, but they're good. So I fell madly in love with this man, this cowboy, and we had a torrid love affair. And I had sex at 80. My daughters gave me permission to put that on the cover. Sex does sell.
You are so delightful. Yeah. Okay, you've also gotten a lot of media attention. We're going to put up a clip from Good Morning Texas, and you were on there a few months ago, and this is one of my favorite hosts over at Good Morning Texas. What kind of feedback have you gotten from the book so far? I mean, the people who are buying it and
you know, Jeff, thank you for asking that question because sometimes I forget to think about that because I'm in the busy trying to promote my book.
Sure.
You write a book, you want to promote it, and thank you very much for letting me be here today to do that.
Of course.
But I have gotten great positive feedback from men, but from women at all ages. There's so many young ladies that will say, wow, I want to be just like you when I grow up. But the book is about hope and resilience. My life was not always easy. Yes. I don't want to sound like I'm a Pollyanna. Just get up and smile and go about your day. Mm-mm. There are days you get up and you think, oh, yeah, my back hurts, or I have to deal with this, whatever it may be,
yes,
in the world, in your life. So, yeah, I feel like I've been an inspiration to people, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of my life,
yes,
and I'm proud that there are women that want to be like me, and I've been told that many years. But once the book is written and they really read it, and like I said, it's about hope, it's about resilience. Live your life. It's our life, and you're responsible for it. And I'm proud of my life.
All right, Patti, give some advice to the viewer, because I'm sure there's a lot of people watching this right now who they're struggling with something. It's divorce, loss of a loved one, so they're kind of in a funk right now. What's your advice to somebody who's struggling?
You know, my advice is to all of us, and I still take it for myself every day, or especially the hard days, and there are hard days. And maybe what I live by would be just enough for you to think about. But there's probably in your life somebody is an inspiration in your life, possibly, that you don't really realize. My inspiration in my life were my grandparents on my father's side. I told you, maybe I haven't yet, can't remember. The beginning of my book is a 5-year-old little girl waiting for her daddy to come home and pick her up, as he did every day after work. Or after my nap, he would come.
Yes.
That day, he didn't come home. He was in a car accident, and he never came home. So the 5-year-old little girl is still waiting for him. I get it. The 82-year-old gets it. He was killed. He can't come home. My father was the last to die from his parents. His parents had 4 children, and they died opposite of the way they were born. Their youngest one, their toddler, drowned on their well. They were farmers in Kansas. The rest grew up to be adults. And their daughter was killed, was not killed. She died at the birth of her child. And my cousin Beverly lived. And then their next son, second to the oldest, was killed in a car accident.
Wow.
And then 2 years after that, my father was killed. So when things are hard for me, I get up, I go to the mirror, literally, look in that mirror and say, get a grip. Your grandparents buried every one of their children. So today's going to be a little sad for you? You come from strong, stop, get on with it. As we always say, put on your big girl panties and start living your life.
Wow, I could listen to you all day long.
Well, thank you.
We're going to pull up your Instagram page because you're very popular on social media. And here's some pictures of you. Well, thanks for the shout out on the Jeff Crilley Show. But there's some pictures of you at book signings. And when you go out and you press the flash and you shake hands and kiss babies, I mean, what is it like to do a book signing? And what does that do for your heart?
Well, first of all, it's the biggest gift for me. I'm an extrovert. Oh, my God, the people I get to meet. I mean, I'll meet a stranger, but to have a book signing to where those strangers come to meet me, I'm in seventh heaven.
Wow.
And it's so embarrassing. My Rolodex, my personal Rolodex keeps growing. I cannot tell you. After a book signing, I have names and numbers that I stay in contact with. And I have over the last couple months as I've started the book signing, well, more than a few months. So as an extrovert, I'm thrilled and I'm blessed to do book signings. And, you know, after you write a book and you own it and you want to promote your book, I know my book says I'm not so famous, and I'm not so famous. I mean, I did have sex at 80. That should make me a little famous, and people should want to talk to me about that. And I'm willing to talk about me and the cowboy. But if I were famous, I could get my book promoted very easily.
Sure.
Well, I'm not. And so this is giving me an opportunity. And once again, thank you.
Of course.
Because I want the exposure. I have done a great, I've written a great book with help, and there's a message in there. And I want to share it. And I don't have 20 years to get popular. I'm 82 years old, y'all. So we need to do it pretty quick.
Something tells me you do have another 20 years.
Well, I plan to be around.
30.
I plan to be around. Yeah, I plan. But
well, in the final 2 or 3 minutes, I want to give a shout out to Chuck Steelman, who's a mutual friend. And your first book signing was at Stanley Korshak, which is a legendary store.
It's a beautiful store, and I come from the fashion industry, and I was honored that they invited me. So that Crawford approved it, and Chuck suggested it, and arranged it, and so that was a great kickoff to somebody that had written the book first book, and what a great book signing did I have.
Outstanding. Well, in the last minute or so, why don't you look into the camera on the left and just give some words of encouragement? I mean, what do you want to leave people with?
You know, I want you to be proud of who you are, own who you are, and I know it sounds simple, Pollyanna. I don't mean it to be Pollyanna. Live your life every single day. And 2 ways that help you live your life is put a smile on your face. We hear that all the time. And not always is it easy. And just be kind. Start with kindness for yourself and be kind to everybody you meet that day. And that's not always easy, somebody standing in line in front of you being ugly. I get it. But you're responsible for your reaction. Kindness gets us through so much in life. And once again, I want to thank you, Jeff. I've enjoyed this. And so, hey, y'all, go out and buy my book, Sorpresa, A Not So Famous Life and Sex at 80. My name is Patti with an I. I'm bold, I'm bossy, and I can be a bitch, but I'm living a great life at 82 years old.
Wow. You might be my favorite show in a long time.
I love
Patti, you're amazing. All right, we're going to end with her Instagram so you can get in touch with her for all of your speaking needs or book signing needs, and the great Patti Frenette. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you, Jeff.
You bet. That's it for now. We'll see you next time.